Everybody, it's Peter Mullan from Warhorse.
There you go. A first.
I got you.
It's a first.
I'm surprised to overhear you say that you don't get recognised by Lord of the Rings Rings of Power
Never.
fans. That can't be true.
No, never. And why would they?
It's a credit to
I'm a
making
dwarf with a big
comments.
nose and big ears. I don't recognise me.
So
I'd probably be insulted, I guess, if they went, "Are you that big nosed dwarf guy?"
you have obviously been involved in so many fantastic films and TV series over the years. How has Rings of Power compared to all of those previous projects? I would have assumed it'd be fan reaction, but I guess not for yourself.
No, I don't get any of the fan stuff. It's a tough old gig physically.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not working down it. Well, actually, that was the thing. I used to, normally as an actor, you say it was tough physically. And then you say, but I mean, it's not like working down a mine. In this thing, you go, actually, I'm working down a mine. I'm stuck in a mine for like months. So it was tough, and I was working down a mine. But I was working down a mine with a false nose and false ears. It's a tough one physically. It's a great one to do because the lads I'm working with and the lassies, like Sophia and Owain and Rob and Kevin. But yeah, I mean, you have a really nice time. But physically getting up at 3 a.m. and then sitting in a makeup chair, it's this with the smell of the glue and all that. So that when you walk on set at 7:30, you're halfway through your day. Everyone else is just starting, so everyone else is up, and physically it's demanding. But I didn't work. I mean, I think in total I did maybe 12 days.
There's the famous story. I don't know if you know it, of Jim Carrey when he's doing The Grinch, and he went through that training where his mind would go when he's.
Well, he had a breakdown, and then he did the training.
How would you cope when you have to sit in that chair for so long?
I used fans. To air fans to push away the smell of the glue. And two things saved me. One was beautiful Sarah, who did the makeup, because she had the same energy level as me. So at 3 a.m. we're chatting away. That's our energy levels. If she'd been a more quiet kind of waking up, I'd have struggled, because I like to go, I'd pretend everything's rosy in the garden, because it gets you through it. Some actors like to sleep and stuff. I couldn't do that. And the other thing that got me through was it's a cool vest. And believe it or not, Lord of the Rings is one of the very few productions that have them, because the company went bust apparently. I only know this 'cause I'm doing The Witcher just now, and it was really hard to get one. And a cool vest is like an electric blanket in reverse. And I know it sounds terribly boring and technical. It saved our lives. It was Owain said to me, put the cool vest on, because New Zealand I was going to pull out. I lasted my first day, and I thought, I'm going to have to say to these guys, I'm really sorry, but I can't do this. It was too suffocating. And then you put this cool vest on, and they plug you into an ice bag. Do you know them?
I've never heard of them, but honestly, it sounds like a great invention.
You get plugged into an ice bag, and the ice water goes through you, and you go from overheating to being genuinely really cool, and you can think straight. And suddenly you don't feel as claustrophobic, you don't feel as trapped. And I know it sounds like, but literally me, Owain, ask any of the lads about the cool vest, and they will tell you they couldn't have gotten through it without it. Yeah. And sadly the company, I'm told, has gone bust. I don't know why.
Gap in the market.
I know.
My final question for you is, obviously, I imagine that you've played kings and royalty before, but when you're playing royalty, I know you're a dwarf, but royalty within a fantasy genre, does that give you more room to really ham up the royalty in your character?
No, I was lucky I didn't, no, because as the old adage says, you don't play royalty, everybody around you plays it, you don't. They're doing all the work for you. If they doff a cap, you're a royal. If they don't doff their cap, you're just, who thinks he's a royal, which is an interesting character, but you're a different character. So you're completely dependent on everybody else being subservient in a creditable fashion. But I was lucky in this one because I'm a junkie. So he's a junkie king, and that's interesting. A guy with all the power, all the crowns, but the truth is he needs his hit. And if he doesn't get his hit, because the first day everybody was tiptoeing around that word, that concept, and we were in the middle of doing it, and I had to say director, so because you only get little bits of script, and I said, so I'm a junkie, and there was this silence, and everybody went, And because I wasn't being cheeky or facetious or flippant, I meant it. It was like, because I didn't have the full script. I don't have any backstory. And out of nowhere, I think it was Patrick or JD, one of the showrunners, just bawled, yes, Peter, that's what you are. And I know it sounds basic, but then you've got a through line. Then it's interesting. It's like, oh wow, I'm a little dwarf king who in the first season is kind of down to earth, nice wee guy, but now he's addicted, and now he's capable of being deeply unpleasant because he needs this hit. And if you take that from him, he'll hurt you. And that's obviously from an acting point of view, it's like more fun than just being the nice dwarf.
I am not one of those people.
Oh, pleasure. Take care. All the best, man. Take care.